I'm here to sing to you. Oh, and the music always makes me smile. And your rhythm always gets me wild. Let's go step in and start.
Here we go. And Kandace Springs returns to Toronto tonight. She will bring her voice, compositions, and piano playing to the stage at the concert hall. And Kandace combines her love of jazz and soul music into a sound that is uniquely her own, captivating and authentic. It is a delight to welcome back to Jazz FM 91, Kandace Springs. Hey, Kandace.
Hey, what's up?
Not too much. It's great to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm happy to be back.
Good. It's been a year almost to the day that you were in the room out there along the performance hall. How's the year been? Assess the last year since we saw you.
Man, it's been really, really busy. Just a lot of touring and stuff. I mean, we've been all over the world since I've last seen you, and I've grown as an artist and as a band, see, so it's been awesome.
Does touring, just by the kind of the hard work that it is to be out there, does it change you as a person in a whole bunch of different ways, both positive and negative?
It kind of does, honestly, because one, it's physically hard on your body, but at the same time, it's like, wow, this is a blessing to be here. You have to be thankful every day, because people would kill to be in this position. You know, I'm like, take advantage of it while you have it. So if you get the opportunity, take it.
Do you have to come up with strategies when you're out there to make something that's completely abnormal normal, to give yourself some normalcy out there?
Just depends. Like sometimes like the food and stuff like that, I'm like, you know what? I need some fried chicken. We'll be in like the most random place where they don't particularly have that, and I'll be like, can we order some? We'll go all the way. So then I'll be like, okay, I'm at home. I'm ready to get on the stage. Yeah, baby.
Have you been surprised by some place that you didn't think would have really good fried chicken but did?
Yes. You know, it's Japan.
Really? What?
And Korea, man. I'm like, hell yeah.
There you go. That's something else we learned here. You know what jumped out at me recently was in May. You did a concert with the Metropole Orchestra.
Yes.
Which is arguably one of the greatest working bands out there today, big band wise. I was just wondering if you could tell me a little bit about how that experience comes together and what it was like to be in front of that powerful orchestra while you sang and performed your music.
That was something I'll never forget. It was like an experience that you just like, wow, like that's the only word I can describe it. And man, I'll tell you, it was amazing because they're playing some of the songs that I wrote and stuff like, wow, like this whole orchestra and these people took all this time to arrange these pieces. And I think the best of the best players up there. And we'll be doing another show with them at the Royal Albert Hall in August. And I'm doing a Mingus tribute, so it's going to be pretty awesome.
It must be an experience to probably have written those songs on a piano somewhere privately and then hear that.
Oh, you have no idea. I was like 16 when I wrote some of them, and then now I'm 28 and have a 52-piece orchestra behind you, surrounding you. Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable. How does it come together? How do you get a chance to play with the Metropole Orchestra?
Connections, I guess. I don't know, man.
Can I just call them? Can I call them and say?
I
don't think so.
I got you. I guess my producers have connections too, and they were like, "Hey, you know, so and so, let's get Kandace up there." So that's kind of how it happened. I'm like, okay, I'm thankful.
I also saw. Looks like you're starting to either write or record some new material for another record. How daunting is the process of looking at that blank page, or knowing that you've got an album that you need to fulfill that promise? Is it exciting? Is it what are your feelings like as you approach this new endeavor?
It's exciting. Honestly, I have a lot of stuff from the past that we've written and we've kind of came back to. I'm like, wow, this is timeless. Like, and people respond to it. So we're just recording it now, and a lot of it's seeing the light after being on the shelf for years. That when we were just kind of experimenting. So we have a lot of it. We're almost ready to go. So
really,
yeah, I'm excited.
So that material has just been stuff that didn't make it to the first record, or
that's it. And we have like Kareem Riggins. He's like produced for Kanye West to Diana Krall, and then Terrace Martin, who's working with Herbie Hancock right now, to Kendrick Lamar. So it's gonna be a little edgier this time, this album, and we're looking to release it in spring next year.
Terrific. Yes. Is the process the way some jazz records are made, or records in general? Lots of people in a room making music, or is it a kind of more someone does something far away and then sends it, and is it kind of piecemealed like that, or how is the process itself?
This one, particularly, this album's going to be a little bit of both. Like, we'll probably record part of it in one state or one country or whatever, and then another guy, but we're also going to get together all together as a band and play live on some of the other songs. As a sneak peek, we're going to be doing Lush Life on this album, and maybe the first time ever I saw your face.
Oh.
So we have some really killer covers.
So great.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about touring. You've spent a lot of time in our country. As I look at your itinerary, not last year, but this year, you've been in Winnipeg. You've been you're going to Montreal. So you get a sense of Canada now as someone who's been here. But tell me a little bit about what the process is like when you're out with someone like Robert Glasper, and how much camaraderie, how much interaction is there? Is there a way of becoming friends, or is it just kind of work and everyone just passes in the night as they do their thing?
That's kind of how it is. Honestly, we see each other all the time. We're like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, hey, girl. It's cool. Like we're all family. It's just, we were just talking about it before we got here. It's just like a small world in the music industry. So everybody knows somebody that knows everybody.
So what can people expect tonight when they come to the show?
We're going to see a very organic set. I'm on the piano. I got my stand-up bass player, Jesse Bielenberg, and my drummer, Dylan Tracy. And we turn it out and make a lot of noise with our 3 instruments.
Is the set list kind of set all the time, or does it float a little bit? Does it on each given night, do you decide certain things should come in and some things come up?
Yeah, we do actually. We were just talking about that literally before we got here, like getting everything ready. So we kind of give a good balance of, ballads and up tempo, mid tempo. We always hash it out before the show. Is
there some songs that haven't made it in there yet, but you expect that they will before it's all done?
Probably. I'm hoping so. We got a couple that we might be doing that with. So
I was looking at your Instagram. I saw you there's lots of pictures of you with people who are notable. Mavis Staples the other night,
That's
Nora
my
Jones.
Girl, yes.
But one jumped out at me, Candace. I had to ask you. I think it's you, and correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Jimmy Page?
You saw that.
So how do these two stars collide here in our world?
That was when I was in England. They called and were like, hey, a slot just came open. Do you want to perform on Jules Holland? And, it's like one of the biggest shows over there for musicians. And we just, literally last minute scrambled over there. And and the thing is, I'm from Nashville. So is, not Jimmy Page, but Kings of Leon and Jack White. They're all there on that set. Like, hey, we're family. So we always hit it off. And then Sting and everybody was there. This is a great night.
Wow. So is Nashville, is there a real sense of camaraderie amongst musicians or even just people that come from there? Is there a bond there that's just automatic when you say, I'm from Nashville?
It is, absolutely, I would say. Because, Nashville gets good ratings for some of the sweetest people you'll run into. Get that Southern hospitality. Yes,
was it almost automatic that you would do music? Does Nashville play a role in actually making you become a musician, because there's so much? It's Music City, I believe.
It is.
Is there something in the water or something that you just can't help but avoid becoming musical in some way?
Honestly, yeah, in a way, because everybody, it's kind of funny when you're there. Like, everybody can pick up a guitar and play, and not just play, but play well. It seems like, or they can write. And my dad, his name is Kandace Springs, and he was more on the soul side of Nashville. Nashville's known mostly for country. And he got me on jazz and stuff early on when I was a little girl, like maybe around 10 or something. Let me listen to Nina Simone and Ella Fitzgerald. And got me lessons with the Wooten brothers. You might know the world-renowned Victor, yeah. And that's where I learned to play piano. It was through them. They taught me, like Joe Wooten and Reggie Wooten particularly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just cool. All, and what did your father play?
He didn't play anything. He just sang.
Yes.
Yeah. And we had this old piano that we were keeping for a friend that fell on hard times that just we happened to get, and I was picking on it, and he was like, hey, you're pretty good at that. I'm going to get you some lessons. So he called up Reggie Wooten. He's like, man, I don't know. I ain't got time right now. I'm so busy. And anyway, he's like, come on, man. Come on. It was the rest is history. He showed me he had me play Killer Joe and I think Soul Train. I came home and played it for my dad after having my first lesson with Reggie.
Did you take to it really? Do you remember your ears connecting to the piano in kind of a direct way that you didn't have to overthink things?
Absolutely, yeah. It just came naturally. Jazz has always spoken to me since, forever. Since I heard it, I guess. Almost forever.
Well, I'm so glad you took some time to come by and say hi to us. Everyone's looking forward to the show here. And if you want to see Kandace in our space, that clip is still up there that you can see a terrific performance from the Long and Quay Performance Hall. Kandace, delightful to see you. Have a great show tonight at the concert hall with Robert Glasper. And every time you're in town, I hope you come by and say hi to us.
You got it, man. Thank you.
Kandace Springs. Thought it would be easier here on Jazz FM 91.